Oh, it's getting close. Getting all those ducks in a row. Oh, it's not long to go. Very excited about today's show. It's all about engagement. How do we make online events better, more engaging, more exciting? That's what we're talking about today. It's happening. Oh yes, are you ready? That is the big question. It's an important question no matter what's going on. Are you ready? I'm ready. I'm good to go. Sitting next to my pot plant. We want to get events online. It's going to be awesome. Love the countdown. Let's do it. Let's get ready to video. Bring it on like Donkey Kong. Welcome to the Get Events Online show. I'm Warwick Merry. I am your host for the day. Got a good show happening this morning. Just going to have a quick conversation about engagement. I don't know about you, and so many of us who are putting together online events and some of the big online events, we get excited about the speaker and then they come online and they're not that flash. I don't feel part of the show. I don't feel engaged. I feel like I just watch a video and get the same thing. Does it happen to you? Does it happen to your shows or shows that you attend? So it's not very good. We have to get more engaging. My personal philosophy, and one of the things that I teach all the people that come to me, is events now have to be done with people and not to people. And I think that's really important. And the technology allows us to do it. And it doesn't mean that it's got to be distracting and bells and whistles and no substance. But we have to make sure that when we're running events and we're having online sessions, that it's done with people. They are part of it. We have the generation now who'll be playing on our phone as we're watching television. So we're so used to, or there were some people, remember movies? Remember when we used to go to the movie theaters? Some people are on their phone, like checking out IMDb. Have I seen this actor before? What's going on? Who's that actress? She's been in a whole lot of stuff. So people want to be part of what's happening. So we can do that. And there's so much great technology that allows us to do that. So that's what today is all about. So if you're an events person and you want to find out more about it, you are in the right place. I am Warwick Merry, CSP, CVP, Certified Virtual Presenter and Certified Speaking Professional. Triple certification. And so my thing is all about events. I'm all about events, online events, producing them, creating them, making them happen. So this little series is something that's going to help you really look at some of the finer points to take your online events to the next level. So if that's all about you, if you're a speaker, if you're an events professional, you're an organizer, you're in the right spot. Hey, you might want to share this. You might want to create a watch party with someone. If you're watching the recording, start another watch party. If you're live, throw some questions into the box. I'd love to have any questions that I can throw into it. If I look to this side, it's because I've got another system over here that has the questions going on. So, why is this important? Well, we live in an age where people turn off like that. I don't know about you, but I've got some online video streaming services like Netflix, Amazon, whatever. There is so much content out there, so much content. And I'll start, and if it doesn't grab me, if I don't feel like I'm part of it, if I don't enjoy it, I'm off. Like, I don't wait to the end. I used to give an episode or a movie the benefit of the doubt. There's too much rubbish out there. I don't have the time, and I don't want to waste it. Same with events. If you don't cut to the chase and make it all about the audience really quickly, we lose people. So you have to make it engaging. And there's a couple of simple things that you can do. And I've got to be honest, most of this are really simple things that you can do as a presenter, or you can brief your presenters if you're an organizer or the association with it. Things that your presenters can do. Now some people talk, go, oh, we want it to be engaging. Oh, yes, it's engaging. I do lots of polls. Don't get me wrong. Polls are a really great thing to get some engagement, but if all you've got is polls, you're a one-trick pony, and polls get boring really, really quick. So they're a really good way to ascertain a certain measure and then maybe come back afterwards, a couple of times. But if you're just going polls all the time, it's boring. So you've got to give us something that's got a bit more oomph, a bit more pizzazz, a bit more joy in it. So polling alone is not enough. So what can you do? Well, here's the number one simple, easiest thing that you can do to engage with your audience when you're presenting online. And it's this: look down the barrel of the camera. The number of people who have slide decks and they look like this, they're looking at the slide deck, or they're looking at the picture of the people on the event, but the person's then looking at their forehead. And let's face it, mine's nice and shiny, but it's not ideal. If you look down the barrel of the camera, you're getting that eye contact. It's a very, very simple thing to do, to have that engagement via the very, Robert De Niro, very engaging via that eye contact. So it's a simple thing to do, and often it doesn't happen. If you're presenting, you might just get a post-it note and write, look here, with an arrow, and stick it on the camera. I know some people get an old CD and stick it over it so you've got a bit of a mirror. You can see yourself as you're looking at it. It's a new habit, and it takes a little while, but it's so worthwhile doing. So looking down the barrel of the camera is an easy thing for you to do to increase that engagement. The other one is get a bit excited. Like, I got to tell you, look, again, I've got a few underlying theories. One is, do it with people, not to them. And another one is, as a presenter, you have to be yourself amplified. So important when it comes to online events, because you don't have the energy in the room of all the audience, because it's just you. So you've got to give more energy so it comes across. That means get excited. If you love what you're doing, get a bit passionate about it. Get a bit excited. Use a bit of tone in your voice. Get excited. It makes a huge difference for those watching. There's loss. Like, energy over a distance is lost. Like, it's physics. It just happens. So what happens is you'll give a lot of energy in the camera. It sort of loses a little bit. And by the time, they're sitting back here having a coffee or whatever they're doing, by the time it gets to them, the energy has dropped. So you have to give more energy. So make sure you're giving more energy. This can mean more slides as well. When I present, I do half-hour sessions. I'll probably have about 32 slides. So we're talking, it's a slide a minute. If you just put a slide up and talk to it for time immemorial, it's boring. There has to be some kind of stimulus. And we're used to people playing on their phones with flashing images on the screen and different messages, etc., coming in all the time. So make sure that you have some changes going on. And Scott Williams is looking down the barrel at me, and I love the fact that you are. Thank you, Super Scott. And Scott is a great example of how to be more engaging. Part of what he does that's more engaging, he's got amazing outfits and costumes. So he actually has custom design stuff to help him stand out when he's presenting to audiences, either on stage or on camera. So that can be a great thing as well. Do something that it's different, that helps you stand out. And again, it's that don't have the distractions. The distractions don't help. So a lot of people are using technology and trying to get engagement through the whiz-bangery. It's not going to help. It's that whole, I'm happy to have some, but not too much. The same with your setup. I mean, I have a very simple setup with some of my books and a silly award and a pot plant. That's it. If you have too much in the background, it's too much clutter. If you have too much information on your slides, it's too much clutter. If you have too much going on, it's too much clutter. So it's that whole less is more, and we want more energy of it as well. So to engage, it's do like the old Scott Williams trick and have something different about you. I know me. Look at me. I'm in a t-shirt and a jacket. Who would have thought I'd present in a t-shirt? We've gone away from ties and the formality of it because we can be more informal. Many people watching this now are sitting at home in their tracksuits and are wondering, what am I going to do for the day? Or not. So it is possible to just relax. So more energy, more slides, less distraction. I'm a big fan of gamification. I'm a big fan of having fun. The Minister for Fun once said to me, if it's not fun, don't do it. But if you have to do it, make it fun. And that's the same to be said for online presenting. You've got to make it fun. Your event, your online event, there has to be a fun element. If it's too serious, if it's too monotone, people are not going to get into it. There has to be an event. And there's so many things you can do online. One of the ones that I really like is a little app called Wheel Decide. It's a spinning wheel. You can load it up with different things that you want people to do. It makes that click, 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 click sound, and it just adds a little bit of something. And that's free online. There are so many cool things you can do. Make it fun to get that level of engagement. It can be a challenge with some of the big sessions that people are running where they've got someone on stage and 2 camera shots and screens everywhere. It becomes like a TV show. There has to be that interactivity. There has to be that we're talking engagement. So I've got to be able to see and talk with the audience. So my preference is for meetings, not webinars, because I can see the people in the room. I can see what's going on. I can see their facial reactions, and I can react to it. Something as simple as what I'm doing now, I'm getting some comments coming in from Scott, and Terry's there, and Brent as well. So to be able to talk to that and let them know that they're being heard or they're being watched, I acknowledge that they're part of it. So use people's names, like really try and connect with people. And don't get me wrong, it's not easy. It is an art form because you've got to be able to incorporate what you're doing as you go. So it's really important as we go to more and more online events. And I think that's a really good thing. There are so many cool things you can do with online and hybrid events. The engagement level has to stay high. And it's simple things like looking down the barrel of the camera, like getting excited, like putting a smile on your face, like you wearing some cool outfits like Super Scott does, like having some interactive stuff. Sometimes, you do a little bit of a dance, have a bit of fun. Like there are so many little things that you can do, and it all adds up to a more authentic, more engaging session. As I said before, I'm a big believer in be yourself, amplified. Now is the time to be that true, authentic self, but really, own that and share that and be part of that. It's going to make your next event so much more fun. If you need any further help, get in touch. This is my website, warwickmerry.com. My thing is really about having energetic and engaging events and doing it online. So if I can help with you with any of that, it would be my pleasure to do so. Hey, one of the things that's coming up next time on the Get Events Online, by the way, if you have any questions, throw them into the question area and I'll see if I can get back to you in time while we're talking. Next time we're talking about sponsors. Sponsors have really been hit hard with moving online. It used to be that we would have a lot of face-to-face, a lot of mingling. It's harder to do that, but there's still some cool things you can do. So sponsorship and sponsors is what I'll be talking about next week here on the live stream, 11 a.m. on a Thursday morning, 11 a.m. Melbourne time, Australian Eastern Standard Time. I'll catch the recordings on all the different channels wherever I am. So that's it. Get engaged, get excited, get energized, use a bit of motion and activity, some of the little apps out there, and it'll help your next event be a whole lot more fun for everybody who is part of the event, because I want it to be done with them, not to them. Warwick Merry, the Get More Guy, thanks for joining me. As I say, head to warwickmerry.com, happy to help in any shape, manner, or form. You've been part of the action, you've been fantastic, and I've been Warwick.